It starts with a whisper, a seed in the mind, a doubt that grows louder, stealing your time. You're not enough, it says you'll never succeed, but I've learned how to silence that voice with my creed. I've fallen in prison, I've lost and I've gained. Every bruise on my soul is the proof that I've trained. This is me versus me, no one else in the ring, and I'm ready to fight till I hear the bell ding. I'm not perfect, but I'm perfectly flawed. Every step that I've taken was worth every scar. I'm done with the fear, the lies in my ear, the shadows that kept me bound year after year. Now I see the light breaking through the rain, turning every doubt into strength, breaking chains. Breaking chains, I'm rising up strong, turning all my doubts into fuel for this song. They can't hold me back, I've claimed my name. The voice in my head will never be the same. Breaking chains, I'm free to believe in the power within, in what I can achieve. This is my fight, my story, my reign. I'm breaking chains, I'm breaking chains. You've gotta lose to learn, stumble to climb, a doubt that grows louder, stealing your time. You're not enough, it says you'll never succeed, but I've learned how to silence that voice with my creed. I've fallen in prison, I've lost and I've gained. Every bruise on my soul is the proof that I've trained. This is me versus me, no one else in the ring, and I'm ready to fight till I hear the bell ding. I'm not perfect, but I'm perfectly flawed. Every step that I've taken was worth every scar. I'm done with the fear, the lies in my ear, the shadows that kept me bound year after year. Now I see the light breaking through the rain, turning every doubt into strength, breaking chains. I gotta lose to learn, stumble to climb, face the darkest moments to find the shine. I doubted myself, let the fear dictate, but now I see doubt, it's just love and debate. The voice isn't my enemy, it's my chance to prove I can grow, to rise and advance. I've seen the bottom, now I'm reaching the top, and the climb doesn't end till my heartbeat stops. So bring the doubts, bring the storms and the pain, I'll turn it all into strength unchained. Breaking chains, I'm rising up strong, turning all my doubts into fuel for this song. They can't hold me back, I've claimed my name. The voice in my head will never be the same. Breaking chains, I'm free to believe in the power within, in what I can achieve. This is my fight, my story, my reign. I'm breaking chains, I'm breaking chains. You've got to learn, starts within.
Together we face this incessant fight, challenging a past we can't erase, replacing it with hope for a better place. Another day, another door, another damn thing to get done. Far from home, we still toil away, looking back somewhere we cannot stay, breaking the chains we cannot see. We'll either be damned or time to grab the reins and move on. We'll face this world, but not alone. This new family is now my home. The day is done, so I lay down my head. Who can say what's up ahead? It doesn't matter, nothing set in stone. And whatever may come, I'm not alone. Another day, another dawn, another damn thing to get done. Far from home, we still toil away. Looking back somewhere we cannot stay. Breaking the chains we cannot see. We'll either be damned or we'll be free. Oh.
Good evening, everybody. Hello, hello.
Hello, hello.
How goes it?
I was able to wrangle up this time. They were trying, but I'm like, guys, no blurps.
Yep, I
No
actually
soundboarding.
did figure out how to at least turn that off. Basically, I just have to disable channel points for our D&D streams. So, I mean, you're not going to be earning any angelic gold, but I mean, most everybody has like almost 100K by now. So,
Yeah. I mean, I had 200K and I got rid of it just because I needed to.
yeah, so like it's there's plenty of other days and other streams where you can earn hundreds of gold. Just one day where we don't
Mhm.
have to terrify our poor archivist when she's taking notes. She's a skittish little bean.
I appreciate all of you, and I'm very grateful not to be jump scared mid note taking.
I mean,
It is
listen
a
to that
great and wonderful thing.
enthusiasm. All right, Dungeon Daddy, I'm gonna get some background music going, and actually, it's kind of a new little bit of soundbite. But yeah, we got some atmospheric music for the new Barbarian City. Let's go.
All right. So, last time, motherfucker, I'll serve you right now. I just want to sabbatical. I fucking hate it because I actually started it with last time too. Anyway, the Broken Chains had a particularly interesting 24 hours in the farm village turned massive cemetery known as Kanzakad. Our beloved Kenku made their way east, and having had a rather blunt conversation with their father, returned axe and ladle to him before making their way into the jungle woodlands that is their backyard to visit the graves of Catharsi and Nemo, as well as the White Harpy. Upon passing through the Torii Gate at the back of their yard, they found themselves amongst another graveyard in a far-off land, adorned with a large weeping willow tree at its center. After conversing with the Harpy for a time, Valediction paid their respects to one grave in particular that's adorned with the name of someone from Six's past, and acknowledged a seemingly familiar masked individual wearing polished black armor. After passing back through the Torii Gate that connects the two fields, BB realized many hours had passed and returned to the tavern later that night, but not before quietly taking care of their unconscious father and acquiring a small brooch. Meanwhile, in the early hours after midnight, the rest of the party was visited by a long, lingering spirit of the village. This white lady made her presence known to Six and Liz by scratching the words "protect her" in the northern wall of their room in a variety of languages. Upon Valediction's return, the party began to try and piece together what the mute spirit was trying to say. And shortly afterward, BB decided to lead the party in a group seance to provide an opportunity for Iris to peer into her mind. Witnessing the White Lady's murder via a familiar scythe at the hand of an Ad Valorn cloaked individual roughly 30 years ago, and with her last breaths being a directionless "I'm sorry," and run to a female figure adorned in the armor of a private of the teeming legion. The following day, Valediction took a brief time to introduce the party to their friends who have long since been interred in the earth of the jungle village. After BB paid their respects, the party continued their journey northward a couple hours, finally reaching the great walls of Desgraor, and were gifted the experience of seeing the three queens dance, as the city's torches were systematically lit as night began to fall on the city. We now rejoin our heroes on their journey into the city to locate Kordak Stormbane, a war chief of Torshaven and close ally of the Verdant Lord of Solaris, as Bird Buddy has once again snuck off out on their own.
God, somebody put a bell around her neck.
What makes you think they would keep it on?
Liz, hey, give me a bag.
Bag?
Yes, your bag, your pouch, your pack.
The one that you all are carrying for me? Because her bag is too big for her?
Who's got Liz's bag?
I do. Ish.
Hand it over.
She pulls out the emptied bag because it's not going to fit through her boobs, and she starts pulling out the stuff she took like a catalog of what was Liz's, and she just puts it back in the bag and hands it over.
Thank
Opens
you.
up shirt, just dumps it into the bag.
I'm just gonna take the miner's milk out and put it in mine, and hand the bag back.
Back in the bra?
Yeah.
I don't
Can we
care
be
where
able
you
to
put it.
Could we be able to see Bird Buddy possibly flying away or wherever they ran off to?
Perception
we are?
checks.
Alright. At least I'm good at perception. $19.
19, okay.
Sorry, one is being a little bit slow for me. But
Okay.
I did roll a natural 20. But
Ooh, okay.
so for natural 25.
Bird Buddy, stealth check.
Evie's like absolutely squawking as they fall out of the thingy because they rolled 1. They just like
Yeah.
jump out.
So in the midst of Six and Ruby handling Liz's satchel situation, you just hear cackling caws plummeting down before there's as heading north and swooping around this spire here. You see them head north and then start cutting right. So they're probably heading north-northeast, but they are very quickly out of sight.
Light speed, man.
You could leave a
Did
note.
they just...
If they catch this like on their way down, they just give like a thumbs up.
Okay.
We haven't even figured out where we're going to be staying for the night. How are...
I think last time we were given options.
You were recommended a place called the Last Tankard.
I can reach them. I just generally have to be familiar with the person in order to reach them.
I could do it too. You've been helping me with that.
Oh yeah, Iris can too.
Thought you had to...
Everybody,
thought it was like some
Phoebe
sort
will
of
find us.
Sort of thing where you have to actually, like, see whose brain you're talking to. I don't get it.
No, not for
It-
that
this-
spell.
There's a difference between just passive around here. There's the broadcast, which go a little bit farther, and the spell version. The spell version is what I'm talking about.
We can both do what I do, where I can just reach anybody as long as I've seen them and generally know who they are.
It's like she's just gonna hold up a hand and just like close her eyes and just shake her head like I'll handle the punching. You handle the magic shit. That's
It's really not that hard.
if you say so.
Maybe you could help me with a little bit with the punching part, and just so I don't know how to hurt myself. But okay.
Look, you're really good at like making people blow up with your mind.
I don't blow people up with my mind, but okay.
I've seen you do it. Point is, these look, kid, these arms are not made for punching anything, except maybe a time card.
Go on.
Well, there was the psycho mimic when I did that thing.
What I'm saying is, you stick to your thing, I'll stick to mine. I'll keep things off of you while you're off doing your magic thing. Deal?
Six is just scared about being showed up.
Well, that's a wild assumption. I mean...
Yeah, I don't think I could ever outdo her.
I mean, it's not really a contest. Says the Ed Valluring fighting championship finalist.
Yeah. Plus, there was that one guard that was being really mean to you, and I don't think I could do that.
You know, I've never heard of a champion for Advalor, truly.
Bear with me a moment, I'm answering chat here.
And, Liz has some cool things that she can do. I can't breathe fire.
I can breathe more now.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Ask Ubi.
He can.
I wonder how the mom and child are reacting to all of this conversation.
All right,
How are they reacting, John?
Sorry, I think I missed a couple little things after the whole like stay in your lane conversation, but
well, not Ruby, Jesus. Liz is bringing up had brought up how they could breathe more than just fire now. Yeah.
Wait, Iris can breathe fire. I know, like super
No.
late, but
No, Liz. No.
Liz has always been able to breathe fire.
I can breathe more than
Well,
fire now.
You can breathe more than fire.
She's talented.
I don't know
What
if it's common.
what else do you breathe besides fire?
Yes.
As I have to hear.
That's alarming.
I mean,
It is.
To this point that Liz pulls down her shirt and says,
No, not
No. Just enough so that you could see the metal embedded in her chest.
What the fuck?
See?
You know you're
All
getting
of them.
weirder.
Yeah.
You say that like it's not like that for everyone here.
That's
I
a
think
fair
I'm
point.
generally pretty normal. Comparatively.
Oh,
I've never seen a blue person before.
I mean, Will's so
I'm a
normal that he could
genasi.
pass as an NPC damn near.
hey, did you forget the whole Mr. False thing? I don't think that's normal.
Yeah, he turns into a giant shadow swamp thing.
Yeah,
It smells like a swamp.
I don't think we've met.
Well, yeah,
Oh,
you're
yeah,
generally
you
getting
were-
your ass beat when he comes out.
Well, that's not very nice.
Kind of true.
And she's out of line, but she's right.
Well, while you were dealing with the big golem thing, he transformed.
Gotcha.
I think I put off at least 20 zombie heads, I think.
Not that much, but yeah.
So she's just gonna kind of casually glance at the kid that's still in this tram, by the way.
Yeah, we're still wondering the response to all of our conversations.
Actually, let me give him a roll.
Because he's still on my shoulders.
I honestly forgot about him, to be perfectly honest.
And
the mom.
right there.
And the mom.
So, as you're having this conversation, Iris, you feel like your body weight shifts forward almost in time as the gondola begins to keep moving again, as this kid is enraptured as he rolls a nat 20 for just general interest, and the mom is frantically trying to grab his cover his ears, but he keeps kind of fighting her off.
I was okay. So she'll just raise a hand. Sorry, we're role players. We're talking about a game.
Give me a deception check at disadvantage, please.
I give her advantage because trickery
Alright, so
bullshit.
Flat disadvantage.
A
Or
flat
flat
roll is a 17.
Flat, there's a look of concerned curiosity.
I'm sorry to have alarmed you. Basically, we tell stories, but we all write the story together.
Avidly.
I mean,
Very passionately.
Oh, Will, show her your dice.
Yeah. I then reach into my backpack to get my bone dice, but I make sure to leave behind the one that was burnt.
Yeah, see, we just roll these, and we have a friend that tells us how the story goes based on these rolls.
And
the
that's
one that
why
just
we're in
jumped out.
the town.
As she's kind of pulling her child off of Iris's shoulders, she kind of gently nudges him away. Well, if you're interested in stories, Spirit Song College puts on performances from time to time. And as she kind of turns away, you just hear, Outlanders are weird. As she kind of mumbles it under her breath.
You know what? We may have to check
I need
that
a
out.
drink.
Anyhow, I hope you guys have a great night. Stay safe out there.
You too. And the kid is trying to keep peeking around, listening as she's just quarantining him off into the corner of this gondola.
Can I flip him one of the wooden fake?
Oh no.
Kyrie points out a
Yeah. In the back of your mind, Ruby, as you're fishing into your boobs for another wooden coin, you do remember what these things do, right? As a familiar voice kind of squeaks into the back of your head.
Fine, I do a normal coin. I do give him a coin though.
Okay.
Just toss him silver. Just a...
Oh no,
Alright.
I'm not. I give him a gold.
Oh.
No concepts of financial value. As he kind of catches the coin, he's just and the mom's still kind of actively trying to ignore you all of you just looking out over the space. He just smirks and just kind of like pockets it for himself.
Will looks at Iris and says in Elven, "We really scared them off, didn't we? Or at least the mother."
It happens. They're not used
Yeah.
to adventurers, I guess.
Our role players, as Six managed to say. It was a nice save, though.
She's slick when she wants to.
Yeah, she
yeah.
is.
We're speaking in Elven.
That's an Elvish. You don't know that.
I know. I fucked up.
But as the last few heavy clangs of metal from this chain dragging you across this open space settle in, you find yourselves on, essentially the other end of this gondola lift. Looking out around all of you, you are all about 75 feet up this spire. Let me mark it. Right about here. And just at a value, as you're looking around, you can see dozens of different buildings, ranging from the occasional, what would be considered modern in Solaris, down to a tent with hides, wrapping around this large white spire of what looks to be bone. Looking down, as you kind of step off, you can see large muddied paths that have some tents being packed away, as if an entire market fills the bottom area, but is lined with houses and a bit more rustic, tribalistic tents that seem to be buttressed up to provide housing. But where do you all go from here?
So do we have like a map or anything? Like is there like a star map of Desgro or something?
You are here.
Can Ruby use her charm to get directions to this place that we're trying to go to? If there isn't a map?
You know what? I'm also going to try to find a random person and just ask, hey, we're looking for... I've already forgotten the name of the town.
The last tankard, yeah. Both of you, if you guys want to work together on this, go ahead and give me an investigation or charisma check, your choice.
Do you want to give me advantage, or do you want to give yourself advantage?
Neither. I'm talking to a just completely separate person, so it'll be individual roles.
Alright.
You know what? I'm going to go ask a random person where the local blacksmith shop is if they have one.
21. Natural.
Does anybody speak to Shovin? I don't think this guy understands common.
You did bad, didn't you?
It wasn't a nat 1, but it was a 3. I have a +1 modifier.
Oh, yeah.
Same.
So,
Just stares at you.
Will, what was your check?
And it was for what skill again?
It would be investigation or a straight charisma.
I am very good at investigation. That is a 26. Dirty.
Okay. Well, and you kind of quickly walk up to this kind of brutishly orcish man. He's a bit slender, but he's heavily scarred up. A bandolier of what looks to be different water skins kind of strewn over his shoulder. Simple furs, very tattered, well-traveled boots. So, well, if you're looking for typical blade work, or something that even the Jewel Guard will use, Grizzly Blade Works down at the base of the wharf leash will help you. That's the central one. And he actually moved past Six, who's talking with this bear folk who looks very confused. And Ruby, you're kind of, as the three of you are all kind of corralled, he pulls aside it seems to be just kind of like a simple drape, like a simple tapestry. And actually underneath it is a rough top-down layout of at least the bottom level streets and the spires themselves. It's not necessarily detailed, but the bear folk who just looks at Six confused and walks away. The orc turns to you, Ruby. Well, if you're looking for the last tankard, it's actually just beneath us on the surface level. It's hanging underneath cliff face on the southwest side, on the southeast side. Just don't get down to street level, because the fleeces in many of the buildings are actually built up about 5 to 10 feet from the main thoroughfares. With the jungle rain and the tides, some of the streets tend to get washed in and filled.
All right, thank you very much, sweetheart. Is there a way to get down from here to there?
Yeah, if you kind of walks out to the dock and out to the end of this gondola dock, he kind of points southeast to roughly here, and you can see some of the roads actually give way and are carved into the rock that has steps that are lined with kind of really thick, meaty rope. A couple layers further down, the stairs just kind of become simple angled platform bridges of plank and rope, and a little bit of vine here and there. Just follow the stairs.
Thank you very much, Sugar. Your help is much appreciated. Come on, guys.
So, yeah, I'll rejoin with the party after just watching this bear folk walk away. I'm like, oh, that was awkward.
It's a good thing you tried, at least.
Well, I'll see you ladies later.
What? First the bird, now you.
I'm going to the blacksmith shop. I want to get another weapon.
Wasn't there...
All right.
I feel like there was someone I needed to talk to there. Let me check my notes.
I don't think so.
No, I think that was the other...
You had a mentor you had to talk to here.
Yeah, Six. In your notes, it would be the owner of a mine of a mine shaft in this city.
Right. Well, first I need to offload all my crap, so...
You definitely need to hit up the tavern.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go by the tavern first, and I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of potential in this city. I kind of want to go for a run.
I'm sure you'll enjoy it. And we'll just bounce at them and then proceeds to head off.
As you guys are kind of meandering your way out of the gondola space and now onto the streets, the orc-shman yells out, "The blade workshop should be closing soon. You might as well wait till tomorrow."
I'm gonna dash.
What about the mine?
For what I've heard, we haven't heard from him in a couple days. He might be down in the shafts.
Oh, that's good.
Chiseling out some gemstone.
Gemstone?
Down in the shafts looking for stones.
Shaft.
Stones.
Very funny, both of you. Let's go.
As we're walking, this is like the first area that most people would be arriving would see. So there'd be like shops made for travelers and everything, right?
Based just on the aesthetic of this particular spire, it does seem the busiest of the six. There seems to be pockets that are a little bit more condensed that might be the closings of different shops. Further up, let me actually pull out my lore because I thought I grabbed that. Further up this particular one, very faintly, you can hear what sounds like wooden rope lifts, and you can see just past the buildings, about 75 feet above you. You can see platforms being raised into what seems to be a plaza with a large building on top, but you can't really make anything out from there.
Well, as we're walking along, just kind of exploring, trying to find the tavern, she's gonna try and find a little bakery thing to grab some sweets.
All right, give me a quick investigation check.
All right. That's a 18.
18. Unfortunately, there's not much in terms of bakery, at least as you guys are beginning to make your way down to the surface levels. You are able to find a very, really kind of cramped in the corner little shop. What looks to be thin branches, almost reminiscent of like a kebab skewer. And actually wrapped around it seems to be some kind of congealed mess of vegetation that's just draped in honey. But
she's gonna buy like 4 of them, 4 or 5 of them PM.
Okay. Go ahead and knock off. Go ahead and knock off 5 copper for 5. Simplistically named enough. Mashed and slathered honeysuckle sticks.
All right. She's just gonna wrap them up and tuck them away.
Okay.
Sticky.
We'll go over to Will really quick. Go ahead and give me another perception. Give me a perception check as you kind of make a quick dash around the central war fleet at the lower levels.
Oh, God.
Natural 25.
Natural 25. Okay. I'll need a dex save from you.
That is a 26.
26. Okay. As you quickly rush through the city, you could already tell you're getting eyes of just who is this random half-elf sprinting along the lower levels of the war fleet. And as you take the first couple levels, you don't really see anything. You look back, you make your way back down. You see just out of the corner of your eye as you round a corner, you immediately skid to a stop and get probably within like a nose length of the stomach of a very large man. He's standing just about 9 feet tall, little rotund, big meaty arms and legs, and he looks down at you. He looks human, but he's got a bunch of different tribal scars. What looks to be a Goliath's skull is used as a pauldron. You in a rush?
Pardon me, I was trying to get to the store in time before it closed.
Which one?
The Grizzly's blacksmith shop?
Grizzly Blade Works?
Yes, pardon me.
Not a problem. We're closed. And immediately turn.
Will just shrugs and says, well, at least I know where it is for tomorrow. And he proceeds to calmly walk off and actually take in the sights before heading to the tavern.
All right. I will need investigation checks from you 5 at advantage because you guys were given general directions to the last tankard.
Let's see if I actually help or not.
13.
Investigation, you said?
Investigation, yep.
24.
19.
24, 19.
For that advantage.
13. Yeah, that advantage really helps out.
I would like to
Okay,
remind
I will
everyone-
not. Go ahead.
I would like to remind everyone that my investigation is 1, so when you hear the 21, it is natural.
Nice.
And again,
Good job, Nay.
I'm wondering what's up with my dice, because that is a natural 22 for me.
I also have a 1
I
in
don't-
investigation, so yeah.
I think our
Oh, yeah, guys.
I think our dice missed being touched.
I think your dice just want you to get to a tavern.
We miss being stroked upon our hands.
as
There you are.
Jesus.
That was unnecessary.
Bring it back.
As
in.
you guys make your way down the southwestern spire, you immediately can kind of stay along the buttressed stone that raises to about 5 feet up. You stay on the upper level, just kind of meandering around the space. As you can see, the kind of heavily muddied pathways beneath it, acting like almost like a canal. So as you begin to round the corner, just as Liz is about to get her "Are we there yet?" zoomies, you see buttressed under a large cliff that's still about 30 to 40 feet back above your heads. You see the exterior of the front half looking, for the most part, modern-esque. It's well-crafted stone. There's large tree trunks that act as the main structure and heavily planks crisscrossing across the front portions inside of the building. But closer to the cliff face into this little, almost like grove for this building, the sturdy support gives way to just the framework and what looks to be walls of vine. You can hear common, elvish, and beastkin mild chattering amongst the tavern goers inside, and this area seems to be almost like a sanctuary for sparrows, as there's about 100 just kind of flying amongst the space, landing, looking curiously, taking off again. But as you all enter, you get this typical the typical tavern atmosphere of long lined tables and fairly modern, if not a bit rustic, and ramshackle chairs. You can see that the back half almost acts as, now that you see the interior with the vines, almost acts as like a sunroom with much more sporadically placed circular chairs of more wooden trunk, and then surrounded by stumps to act as tables. Further back in the corner, there seems to be a flat, smooth stone that's intricately carved around the side that seems to be some kind of actual stage. But as you're all looking around, you can see a couple waiters here and there, but for the most part, this whole area seems to be unsupervised. You guys don't see a bartender.
I do my best work without supervision.
No bar fights. Just no.
Not today. I'm too damn tired.
What a bar fight.
Yeah.
We can bar fight
No.
later. Let's just figure out how to get a room.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to find somebody that may be able to help out. You said there was waiters, right?
Yeah, it's there seems to be a bit of a makeshift uniform. What kind of gives way to just simplistic, somewhat torn in places, leather overalls. There's one or two tabaxi that are barefoot.
Hi. Excuse me.
Yes.
Sorry. Do you work here?
Yes.
My companions and I are just looking for some rooms. How do we go about that? We're new around here, so.
I think that's obvious.
This tabaxi, he kind of purrs. There's like a bit of a purring chuckle. It's like, no, of course, just go ahead and wait by the door. Wait by the bar. Tormir will be with you shortly.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you.
You know how kids like just sit at a I heard that. You know how kids sit at like a counter where they're like holding on to it and like just peeking over it?
Mm-hmm.
That's what Liv's doing.
I'm gonna stand.
Of course she is.
Yeah, I'm gonna go stand close by. Anyone else get the feeling that might be? Oh my god, the word is on the tip of my fucking tongue. Oh, okay, there it is. Anybody else get the feeling that we might be being cased?
We're Outlanders. I imagine we are.
You all do get the sense that you're being watched.
Probably just Bird Buddy.
No, it doesn't feel like that.
Can I take a subtle look around and see who is looking at us?
Same.
Sure, go ahead.
But instead of just trying to look for whoever's watching us, I'm just, practicing my spy stuff,
Go ahead and give me perception checks, you two.
As they do that, Iris is
Luck.
just gonna walk up to the counter and like knock politely. He's like, "Hello."
Dirty 24.
All right, 24. I heard you, Iris. 1 second.
Perception or investigation?
Perception.
Natural 23.
23 and 24. Okay.
Oh, I gotta remember to mark off my luck because I did announce.
Yeah. As you're looking amongst the space, there's definitely curious eyes as you, for the most part, do stick out like a sore thumb. And while you do see that there are some that are a little bit more commonly dressed, we'll say, a little bit less barbaric, the atmosphere is very much, at the drop of a pin, this whole tavern could go up in smoke.
Listen,
you-
ever so
you-
casually, because, I did just make a show of, we're just ordering a room. I'm just gonna
Okay.
take off my jacket and fold it over the arm, but, flexing the back muscles.
Okay.
So it's just just a ripple of steel cable over the scars.
Thanks.
Do you want to make a check of some kind? Because I was getting to something.
I just, kind of a... Oh, while, yeah, there's curious eyes, just a warning to anyone that may be more than curious.
Okay.
So I can definitely do the whole, a strength-based interrogation, in case there is anyone that might be casing us as a job.
Mm-hmm.
What
Basically,
were
it's a
you
please
kinda-
think twice.
What were you trying to say, John?
I'm waiting on Six's check.
18.
Oh, okay.
18. Okay. Well, as Iris and Ruby, you know that this is Six's atmosphere, and even in the corner of your eyes, you see Six immediately kind of like flex the back muscles, and while there's one or two that almost immediately shy away, there's a couple distant chuckles that are covered by just the sounds of the tavern. But both of you would see briefly, at one of the tables, they seem to be playing some sort of equivalent to jacks. But there's a hooded individual that kind of looks your way, shakes their head at Six, and just goes back to playing, like completely unimpressed. But as you knock Iris, that sensation of all of you feeling watched feels like it's right on top of you. As you all turn and look around, facing the bar again, you see that there's a sparrow that seems to be really old, extra gray in the feathers, that is resting on a very rough, almost bark-like nest. And as you guys are looking at this, you all watch as the bit of a tree trunk woodwork that acts as one of the back decals of this bar, eyes suddenly appear within the bark, and there's the dense crunching of wood as a humanoid figure that's about just shy of 6 feet steps out. You can see the arms and legs are twisting branches and covered in bark that has some vines wrapped throughout to almost emanate to simulate sinew. And this little nest that you'd seen the sparrow in is actually on this creature's jaw, like just below the chin. So it's extra pronounced and a bit nubby. And actually speaks in Sylvan. Can I help you?
We're looking for a few rooms. I think we'll double up, so that would be 3 rooms each.
3 rooms each?
3 rooms.
Just
So-
3.
Do you guys know Sylvan?
Yeah, we don't know Sylvan, guys.
No, but we're just correcting you.
3 rooms because we double up. Sorry, my bad. Fair.
But yeah, this almost diminutive ent, at least in general aesthetic, kind of looks to you, Ruby, really confused. 3 rooms. Okay. And you'll see as
Get
you
more.
your size, you could probably just do 2.
Really? They're that big?
If you're willing to shell out a little coin. Not many places to take coin in these parts.
How much more?
Let's see. How many? 5 of you? Let's see.
6. One of them flew off. She might be returning.
Okay.
Or
6,
they.
2 rooms. General housekeeping. And you see him kind of like tilt his head up. We'll start you off with 2 silver for total for just for the night. And if you want to extend your stay, you can check with me in the morning.
Let's go ahead and do it 2 nights just for now, so don't have to worry about it.
Okay.
Somebody do the math of breaking up gold into silver for me, please.
10
It would just be
silver
6.
gold.
It'd be
Yeah.
10 silver per gold piece.
That fucking number.
He asked for 6.
He asked for 4, so you would get 6 silver back.
Okay.
If you're doing 2
silver. I
nights.
forgot I had that. Yeah, I have 6 silver. I forgot about that. So yeah, I'll hand it over.
Okay. As you hand.
This whole conversation, Iris is just like,
So Sylvan is a very sing-song language too, so it sounds like
melodic.
she's
she's
singing.
amazed.
Yeah,
She's
it sounds
amazed.
But as you hand over the coins, you'll watch as he actually absorbs the coins into his hand, like the bark and branches begin to open up, and he actually places it palm down into the table itself, and you hear the familiar crunching of wood opening and closing. And catching your eye, Iris, there's a little bit of a smile cracks open just above the little sparrow. As it flies off, he offers their hand to you. Toramur of the blooming vine, child of the trees.
And this is in common, or
This is in common. It's they swap to common.
Iris Falls of Rambuck's Rest. A pleasure to meet you, sir. And she takes a hand, and just like nervously shakes it.
With the little bit of nerves, that soft smile remains, and they lock eyes with you. Shakes your hand, and looking amongst each of you, word of advice: child of the trees. It's a way to distinguish us from Ents. Think of it as a title.
Noted.
So is in like a racist thing?
There's a raspy, scratchy chuckle. Long ago, when we Wilden first stepped into these lands, not many could distinguish us from Ents when we were born from the trees from which the Ents shepherded.
Okay. Respectfully, I just wanted to make sure.
I can tell. Ruby, as he seemingly just pushes the keys out of his hand, the sparrow will pluck them out and drop them into yours.
Thank you, little one.
It gives 3 tweets and zooms upstairs. Third floor when you're all ready.
Thank you kindly, sir.
Is the bird gonna show us where?
If you want to, yes.
Liz chases off after the bird, just full stop.
Be nice.
As we're like all walking off, like following the bird. I have no idea what you guys were saying, but it sounded really pretty. Do you want to?
The language is known as Sylvan.
It's the fairy language.
Careful with that.
Right, sorry.
Is that a racist thing?
Some Fae generally don't take kind to it. It just depends on who you're talking to. So generally I like to be careful.
Oh man, that makes it so complicated. Because like, what if like you're hanging out with a Fae, right? But
They are
one of them doesn't
very
mind,
complicated.
But the other one does.
Generally avoid it. The best you can. You would like to avoid offending them. But you also want to avoid giving names. The Fae are very complicated.
It sounds like a
to
whole
begin
lot
with.
of rules that I don't care about. Are we getting 2 or 3 rooms?
We're getting 3, so we'll double up.
We're getting 2.
As for the
I thought we got
name
2 because you
thing-
got bigger rooms.
Oh, 2. Sorry, we got 2, just because they're bigger. Apparently,
They're bigger. Okay, that's actually good news.
and I got us 2 nights. For now, we can get more later.
Okay.
Okay. I can give you guys like a brief description of the rooms before you guys laze about
Yes,
back
because I want to
downstairs.
see. Yes, because I want
Okay.
to know how big the rooms are.
Yes.
Okay. As you follow up to the second floor, you would notice that there is a bit of a common area for about 6 smaller rooms, 6 to 8 smaller rooms on the second floor. You can see that the last 2 rooms actually extend into the vined walled portion. But in the center, following up a spiral staircase to the third floor, the top floor, is just a landing with 2 doors, one to the left and one to the right. And you hear the twisting of a levered knob as the sparrow just lands and pushes off each and opens up each door. And
It's so cool.
as these walls open up, you can see the outer walls are much like the vines, comprised entirely of vines, letting in a lot of natural moonlight. There's gentle torches flickering on each of the supports. This is a heavily thatched roof. Fairly modern beds. The fabric looks a little bit rougher, but there seems to be extra pillowy, and each room actually has tables along with the typical dressers, but it seems like the tables are open for room service options.
Did we
As you guys are
get
just-
sweets?
Yes. That cost-wise are cheaper than ad valor, but are much more beautiful.
Oh, I'm gonna have to take some notes for my place. This is nice.
Oh yeah, you said you own your own tavern, right?
I hope we
We're
get
gonna
to
go
see
there when we
it.
go home.
Of course. And obviously,
Yeah.
free rooms. You guys are my friends.
Yeah, it would be kind of nice to see your place. I'd show you mine, but that's a long way away.
I don't think I have a key to mine anymore.
Mine's kind of... Well, 6 saw what my house is like now. So, I'd be happy to have a room.
Yeah.
You guys
Yeah.
would be welcome,
You
of
guys
course.
missed it. Iris' house was lit. On fire. It was awful.
Uh,
6.
well, I mean,
I-
my old place was blown in. You could ask Iris.
Yeah.
Anyway, who's bunking up with whom?
That's a
Well,
good question. Will, would you be okay with a 6 in Liz or me and Ruby?
And Bird Buddy, obviously. Somewhere in that mix.
Will's kind of the odd man out in the situation in many different terms, so
True.
Well, I mean,
I just wanted to ask how he's comfortable with.
it's not
I
like
want BB.
it's not like Liz had anything to really show off, and I don't fucking care.
What'd you say, May?
Liz does her little pouty of I want BB.
well, one of us is like, well, given that Liz can't really be separated from 6, and she doesn't seem that happy at the thought of sharing a room with someone who isn't our dear bird buddy. I might have to bunk with you too.
Let's not be hasty here. Liz is absolutely more than capable of being separated from me. It's just I'll hunt down whoever tries. However, with it being just us, I kind of didn't want to say anything, but I don't want to bunk with BB.
Alright.
Then Will and Liz for now until the bird gets back. And I guess it's us 3 girls. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's fine.
All right.
Okay.
You okay with you, Liz? You're a part of this conversation.
She's just kind of grumbling in the corner of whatever.
Well, you get your BB.
It's fine. You need a break too.
It's not about a break. I'm not taking a break from you.
Liz just kind of looks at her.
I'm not.
Like, not like in the sense of not believing her, but like more of, I'm telling you, you need a break.
This is a very self-aware child.
Even as a child, she's still her parole officer.
You know, sometimes I look at you and I see young Liz. I completely forget that your mind is still there.
I
Fair
look
enough.
like a kid, but I'm not quite one.
Yeah, not quite. Alright. Yeah,
I really
well,
hope
I'll take the
this gets
breather.
fixed.
Promise not to kill anyone today.
Only if they deserve it.
Only they deserve it. And I'll go to the room.
Which is a wild difference of what she would have said a while back.
All right. I will decide. You guys can decide amongst yourselves in the no mic who's going to be meandering back down to the bottom floor of the tavern, because it is still about 7:30, 8 o'clock. But in the meantime,
Yet to have dinner.
I am literally just dropping off my stuff, and then I'm gonna go kind of meandering throughout, but like also trying to figure out and find the mines so I can talk to this person.
in the meantime, Bird Buddy, because I know we all know you are flying around and curiously absorbed into your sentinel. You would be aware of 2 entry points: the front door and Core's window.
Core's window.
Okay.
I don't think Core knows that they can do this now. So yeah, that's okay.
So
Just
as you...
no tapping on the window, just straight in the room.
Okay. All right. So as you swoop around, northeast, zipping past the wharf leash, you just kind of take a quick moment to just kind of circle, being home, more so than really Kanzakad was. You can see Will frantically just searching throughout the lower levels and continue on, heading to what you know as the Gale Fleece. And let me pull up on the northeast side, about 30 feet up the Fleece itself. You zip past the rooftops of the level just beneath it, and you see a very beautifully crafted window. The centerpiece looks to be Yeah, some kind of an animal skull, but the way the stained glass breaks apart, it doesn't really distinguish into too much. You do know that he does tend to keep his window open, especially now that summer's beginning to come. And as you kind of swoop in, you see familiar bookcases on each side of the window. What looks to be that you would know as Frostlanian katanas and a couple different tanto blades intricately placed across a mantle. And the centerpiece of this little cubby that breaks up out into his living room is a black wooded chase lounger with red silk cushions resting on top of a polar bear skin. Going with your passive perception, you hear the sounds of footsteps coming up the stairs. You know roughly about this time that the what's the term? Just the practice choreography that himself and the dancers at this establishment do has begun to wrap. The party downstairs has yet to start. What do you do?
Phoebe is going to just sit on the one of the pillows and just kind of sit there and wait because they know he's going to be back at some point, and they're just gonna just gonna sit there and in bird form, the small bird form, and just wait.
As you kind of sit and wait patiently, you can hear the scattering footsteps of people returning to their quarters, getting ready, getting changed, freshening up to get ready for patrons. You hear the familiar footfalls of slightly heeled, pretty much the equivalent of cowboy boots. And as you're looking on the other side of the living room past another white furred rug and a couple sofas, similarly adorned with black wood and red silken cushions. The other wall is a simplistic archway. Slight bits of infernal, kind of like added horns that come out to the side, but it's solid stone. And you wait a couple of seconds and you hear the crunching of stone as it begins to slide open. And they're standing before you as he's strutting in with for the little bit of time you've known him, the fair amount of time you've known him, a look of confusion of a deep red skinned tiefling man with a nice trim goatee, black curly hair that gets that's swept back and just past the shoulders, horns that are almost rhombus shaped and ridged as they kind of hook up and back across his head. No shirt, black leather pants with a steel buckle that looks to be a goat head, the familiar boots. He kind of steps forward curiously, kind of leaning forward. Now, how did you get in here? His familiar, sulky voice.
Still can't get over how you fit into those pants. BB just, at that point, BB just hops off the pillow and then turns into BB.
A slight step back as you burst into blood, essentially, and then reform, and that confused, quickly shocked, expression immediately turns to a warm smile. It's been a long time, my songbird. Come here. And he opens up for his hands.
And then Bibi just absolutely dive bombs like tackles.
It's been quite a while. Admittedly, I wasn't expecting you to be back so soon.
Just a bit, sadly.
How long will you be?
Not entirely sure.
Well, he kind of spins and sits back in the Chase Lounge as you kind of cozy up with him briefly. You can still feel the little bit of sweat from the choreography practice dappling across the skin. Do you remember those two goblins? Nicky and Scratch? They're making their debut in a couple days.
They got that good?
They got very good.
He's doing very happy bird noises.
Right, you weren't around. You had left. They're Hikara's grandchildren.
Did they know this?
Give me an intelligence check.
Three 17. I think I got it. You said intelligence?
Yes, straight intelligence.
Okay, if I don't add the mod, it's just a 17 base.
17? Okay. Oh yeah, it would be just, D20 plus your intelligence.
Alright, so 19.
19. Last time you had talked with Hikara a few years ago, you would have known that her daughter had become betrothed and actually had given birth to 2 girls. Exceedingly rare to have a string of goblin females in a family, even more so sisters. But you haven't talked to Hikara in about 5 years now. If sporadically here and there. The last big conversation being roughly 5 years ago.
Bibi is like thinking things over. They're very comfortable, but so it's just kind of, it's hard.
Well, your timing is impeccable, as they've expressed a desire to meet you. Well, their mother retired from here back in 836. She had children, and subsequently, that child had them. But they're equivalently 22 now. 10 for goblins. And with the...
At the mention of how old they are, Bibi just ruffles their feathers and kind of grumbles a little bit. And then pokes Core. That means you're old too now.
I'm only 35. Well, almost.
Still old. I think you need to swap your swords for canes.
Give me a composure check at disadvantage as he tickles you and he knows all your weak spots.
Well, that's a natural one. I don't even have to roll again. It's okay.
No, yeah, you immediately burst out laughing. It's up to you if you want to meet them after you finish the tickle attack.
BB is absolutely wanting to meet them. They miss Hikaru, so they want to go. Keep the family in mind.
I understand. Now, I know you'd want to stay and enjoy the show, but I need to freshen up. But if you want to head downstairs, they should be down shortly.
BB's gonna linger a minute, and then they'll head down.
Okay. Yeah. Very bluntly, you get a quick snippet of that glorious red ass. But as you make your way out into this hallway, it's the pristine bone white stone that is deep within the interior of the Gale Fleece. You head down the stairs. You see the familiar marked doors. The first one being the tavern owner himself on this level. Him and Kor are the only ones on this floor. Is Baha Blessed. And as you make your way down the steps, I didn't name this character. I didn't name this character.
You didn't name
Baha
Blessed?
I swear to God, I will swear.
He actually did not.
Wait, what I missed? I was talking in chat.
Baha Blessed.
The owner, you know what, I'll say it right now on stream. The owner of this establishment is named Baha Blessed. I'd have named them.
Ain't no coming after you.
Titus showing up is just...
It's perfect. Perfect timing. I fucking love it. Anyway, carry on.
You make your way down the steps. The next layer down is the hallway for the head dancers. They tend to change periodically, as they actually do have, in a sense, dance-offs every month. But you would know the one that's the most established and the most longest-lasting head dancer is actually the one that took over Hikaru's position, named Mila Goldgrace, a strong dwarven woman with a bit of a narrower frame than average, very voluptuous. The definitive mommy of the establishment.
Oh, when I called this place Chippendale, I was joking.
Oh, wait till you learn her stage name. But you just kind of peek down you peek down the hallway and kind of reminiscing, knowing that Hikaru had resided in that hall. Next layer down is the other dancers. You can see them kind of like Scooby-Dooing, crisscrossing into each other's rooms, trading different apparel, matching sizes. Heading further down, you get to the rest of the staff. Their hallway actually wraps around the entirety of the lower chamber. It's the different waiters and waitresses. Some that are working to become dancers. Others are just looking for some coin. But on this hallway, as you kind of peek through... Oh.
It's just Sam. He's having mic issues, or he's getting ear issues.
Okay. No, because I know Discord doesn't like me sometimes. But as you peek, as you're laying on this, or as you're standing on the second floor hallway, now you would know is roughly just subterranean. As you can see, smaller windows strategically placed within the cavern to let in natural light that peek out into alleys of the Gale Fleece. You look through these stone arch decored windows out into a large open space. Let me pull up the description. As you're now on the southern side, directly across from you on the north side, is a large stage, heavily adorned with heavy red curtains. The back stone seems to have a large heart carved into it. That is new to you. But the stage itself has 3 distinct stripper poles with a long walkway that extends out over the dance floor that the druids can retract into the floor itself after the performances are done. And that is, you can see, is already set down. There's the large dance floor in between a bunch of different tables, very intricate and rivaling the barbaric exterior as they are. There's some. Does that mean
Sam again?
Sam, damn it, Sam. But as you look out over the space into the dance floor, it's lined with tables and booths. Not necessarily silk cushioned, but cushioned nonetheless. There's intricately crafted metal wiring that crisscrosses, added to the extra flair of this strip club / brothel / courtesan club that you know as Gobsmacked, that started out as a shelter for goblins, both boys and girls, and subsequently over the years became a shelter for short folk and runts of the different tribes.
Oh my god, it's a midget strip club. I love this.
Welcome back, Sambo. Can you hear us now?
Yes, I can hear you. Sorry about that, everyone.
It is a strip club / brothel purposely designated around short stacks and vertically challenged. Like the average dwarf around here is about 4'5", rather than 5 foot.
I missed so much. God dang it.
How do you think I felt when I was going through? I forgot the word.
Apologies. Please continue.
You're good. Let me actually pull up the reference image because I have a reference images for this individual.
Midgets make me fidget is wild, Lily.
That is insane, and we love it.
Oh my god.
But as you...
We're gonna get so canceled.
As you make your way down to the main floor, almost echoing through this underground cavern, you can hear the increasing muffled excitement of customers and consumers of the establishment. But back in the corner, back on the southwest side, that serves as the entryway into this space, as well as the main location of the bar, is a roughly 6 foot tall, bit of a slender framed bipedal ram with hooking horns back into place. You would know that Raminars and their female counterparts, Lambdines, are actually typically seen amongst Furbolg tribes, if not scattered wildly across Torshavn. There's really no distinct tribe that is for Raminars. He's wearing a dark brown vest, no shirt, light tan slacks, and no shoes. You would recognize Baha.
He's how tall again?
About 6 feet.
Can Phoebe just like literally climb his back and then like hold onto his horns and then just take
Just
the
sit on
the
his-
fuck out of him?
Sit on his shoulders and use the horns like the handlebars. Sure.
Yeah.
Like she did to Liz.
Yeah, you kind of wait for a moment. And,
Absolutely
you
using
wait.
stealth for this.
Oh, for sure. Go ahead and roll it.
That's a natural 20. Do I need to pull up the stealth?
No.
It's a natural 27.
Got it. This is a simple enough check. He's busily polishing a bunch of the different bottles and glasses. So you kind of quickly and leap onto his shoulders, grab his rams, and almost instinctually he kind of bucks slightly before he settles down, feeling your familiar feet in the feathers. And how is my feathered friend?
Oh, Privet. I see you changed things.
A little bit. Core wanted to have a little bit more of an input this time around. He's been helping me out a lot. Taking care of the dancers, helping them with their choreography, working with the waiters in their downtime, setting up the tapestries and the scenery. But he still finds a way to help me.
You're very good at things.
Do I have to
always
ask?
has good taste. Still don't know where he finds them pants, but he still has good taste otherwise.
He certainly does. Even if it has caused tensions in the past.
Yeah.
There's a bit of like a bleeding chuckle. How long do I have you for? Are you coming back to work soon, or?
I can work for a little bit.
Well, I could use some hand. Well, I can use your hands at the bar for a little.
You know I'm good with my hands. And then Vivi just scurries right over to the bar.
Fair enough. Go ahead and give me a quick perception check.
Perception check. Base 18 plus 11.
18 plus 18 plus 11. Okay, 29. Now you would know. It's actually fairly. Raminars don't particularly write or read. A lot of the bottles are just color coded, labeled. But you do recognize the intricate hand penmanship of Core, who's freshened the rules as they fade over time along the thick hide. So as the hide fades and kind of withers, they replace it. But it's just the rules of the establishment. It's very simplistic of catcalling and nothing more. Dancer's discretion for what comes next. And the third one is actually, you remember briefly that it had first been established long before you started working here. The third rule of if the first two aren't followed, unsavory acts will be marked as such. And you know you know exactly what that means. Let me message that to you. There we go.
Okay.
So, as you begin to tend to the bar, let me go ahead and do a couple quick rolls for a couple performers. Ooh.
A frog tried to escape.
I was about to say, what
Yeah,
if we get a bullfrog for a DM?
You laugh.
Say hi.
You do see, before it starts getting too busy, Bird Buddy, you do see Mila Goldgrace appear. Ushered onto the stage, simply as her stage name being Please. And she gives it's elegant. It gets a lot of catcalling, but it's a more contained, almost seductive haka dance, as there's extra stomps as she strides across the stage, flexing her muscles, before getting into a belly dance routine, kicking her leg up. The second performer, is actually one of the newer ones, but isn't quite as new as Nikki and Scratch. Her stage name being Sibera, as a frost gnome that stands about 3'3", with long blonde hair that's been dyed in ice blue that adds frost magic to accentuate the lighting through her routine. But after Sibera's performance, you wait a moment. You catch a moment where a rather, not necessarily timid, but because there's still the confidence, but there's still a little bit of lingering nerves of a roughly 10-year-old goblin, so the equivalent age of like somewhere between 22 and 25. Familiar rich brown hair with lighter blondish highlights that give it almost like a honey-like appearance. Trimmed nails, exceptionally beautiful, but there is still a little bit of like feral pockmarking that almost adds to her beauty, that stretches like a band across her cheeks and nose. You recognize Nikki. And simplistic
Nervous, right?
waitress. A little nervous. Still apprehensive at the looming thought that her debut as a dancer is a few days away.
Baby is gonna like hobble over and you look nervous.
Yeah, a little bit.
You'll be fine.
Wait,
Always nervous first time.
are you Vale? Are you the one that knew my grandmother?
Yes. The baby just like puffs up a little bit. I knew her very well.
My mom never really agreed with this place, but Grandma, her and Baja, they founded it together. And when she retired, decided to move on to the next phase of her life, living on the fields of the east. I'm hoping I can live up to what she was able to do here.
Yeah, boss.
Making a sanctuary. And just as the conversation's going, you can see that she's becoming more relaxed as this club has become a safe house over the 20 plus years it's been running so far.
Can Baby Can I just like give an inspiration to be used later?
Unfortunately, if they are not used within the allotted time. But if you do come back, you're more than welcome to. If you come back,
BP's absolutely coming back.
I will need a active perception from you as the next performance has begun. But you can, even amongst the extra commotion of the next performer, there are some noises coming from the crowd.
Active perception would be a total of 30.
Total of 30. Very quickly, in just a couple quick seconds, you hear, "Hands off the merchandise." As you look, you see Scratch, Nikki's sister, takes her serving tray, which is essentially just a very thinly cut piece of tree trunk, with still a bit of the bark along the side, just grabs it and smacks the patron across the head. 2 seconds later, she's corralled as she's just screaming profanities in Goblin at this individual as what looks to be an orcish man is pinned to the ground. And you know what almost immediately follows after this as the club almost begins to hush. You hear Kor's voice coming from upstairs. "Scratch, how bad?" Just muffling, trying to contain herself. This is the second time. He's definitely unsavory. And just quick, as Kor appears in a burst of flame, holding a Tonto blade and spinning it in his fingers. Kind of leans down, and you can see the calm, caring, almost like caretaker, like therapist of this establishment looks down. "You know the rules." Brandishes the blade, and you just hear the orc beginning to scream. And with that, we'll cut back to the party.
And so do I.
Fuck out of
God
here.
damn
I
it.
saw you put that.
Never gonna give you up.
I like it. I mean,
Hey,
you
hey.
removed me from VC once for that.
I know. I'm sorry. I was holding that in so fucking hard. It was really difficult.
Edie.
You hold a lot of things in.
really do.
Anyway,
But the rest of you are now... Jesus. The rest of you are now back at the tavern as Bird Buddy's off doing God knows what. What do you all do from here as you've selected out a table? Interior, exterior, up to you.
Well, Will is having a dinner. He asked for a mate that was on the rare side, and he's just observing to, sharpen the old dulled out skills.
All right, go ahead and give me an investigation check. I'll come back to you. What's everyone else doing?
6 down here.
I'm out of the town.
Oh, right.
Oh, sorry. Apologies. Well, we'll cover 6. Go ahead and give me a quick investigation. Because, yeah.
Yep, bear with me. I was memeing so hard.
Okay. Okay.
19.
19. Ooh, excuse me. You make your way down to the southeast side, following the 100 to 150 foot tall cliff face that encompasses this city. You get to just about... Is that it down there? God, I haven't looked at this map in a minute. Yeah, right about here. Way at the southeastern side of the city. You do find what appears to be a mine shaft. It's about a 10 to 15 foot tall opening that stretches about 15 feet wide. You notice on the left side, it's essentially steel fencing that protects the interior of the mine from the outside, so there can't be any trespassers. The house itself looks very run down. It's made of stone, but it's cracked and a couple pieces are broken off in some places. It's actually wooden roofing. And as you kind of go and go up to the front steps, what do you do?
I'll knock on the door. Hello?
You hear an oddly suave, kind of Joker-esque kind of giggle. Do you hear about the job? And
Job?
yeah, and one sec, and at your waist, there's a little slot that opens up, and goblin eyes are peering up at you.
I'm kind of like lower down to, just be eye to eye. Question, TM. Do I know anything about a job?
No.
That depends. Oh, what's the job?
My owner and the owner of this place and my mentor, he got trapped in the mine. We've been trying to get some mercenaries from the Gluttonous Gorget to come down, but no one's taking the job.
Oh, I mean, and give it a shot. I'm pretty strong.
It's kind of deep. Do you have friends?
And yeah, I've got a few. We're up at the tavern at the moment. I was just here to buy some gems, but yeah, no. If boss is in trouble, I can help.
Well, I haven't heard any screaming, so I don't think he's in too much trouble.
It could be a good or a bad thing.
If you're looking for gemstones, I can sell you some.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just looking for some onyxes. If you got some others, I can take a look at those as well. Let's handle business first, and then we can get on to the other business.
Well, we don't particularly. We don't use too many gemstones. A lot of the gems are dangerous. We can come on, and just and you hear the quick latching as the door swings open and kind of bounces against the stonework of the frame, and you see. Let me pull up a. Still fairly feral, but he's almost decked out to be, in a way, kind of like a little businessman. Mostly yellowish, but fairly green skin, as more typical of Torshavan goblins. Kind of like charcoal gray hair that's kind of swept back and what's kind of held in place by oil. You see a little bit of a trench coat, kind of a tattered tunic, tattered black pants that are a little bit more well kept, and very tattered traveling boots. You can see on the waistband of the coat seems to be glass vials with a bunch of different colors, kind of that kind of like dance almost very beautifully, almost enchantingly so. And you can see one of them looks almost entirely empty, but there's just a little bit of wisps of light. And he kind of, come on, and turns. He's just casually juggling one of the vials.
Do I need to duck under the threshold to the door?
No, it's a human-sized door.
Okay. So yeah, no, I'll just follow in and close the door behind me.
You do see, it's the interior almost looks like it's one large shed. There seems to be a ladder, kind of slightly angled, that leads up to a second floor. You can gather that's probably where he and his owner would typically sleep. Him and the owner of the establishment would typically sleep if his owner wasn't trapped in the mine. But very haphazardly constructed bookcases, there's lines of different colored gemstones. You can see what looks to be like an orange reddish garnet, a couple orange and reddish garnets, what looks to be possibly black opal. You can see very pale, less beautiful, kind of like aquamarine. A couple lumps of coal. So, what can I help you with?
Well, as I was saying at the door, I'm mostly just looking for a couple of garnets, but if I can just see what you've got, I'd like to probably go for raw if you've got it, but a cut may be better.
Well, I've got some pre-cut ones, and you can see she kind of scurries around the counter, and just plop, plop, one at a time, just up over the counter, kind of landing a little haphazardly. You can see what looks to be a bit more of like a sunstone, like orangish yellow that has slight glints of red. What you can tell is a dark green that you're not too familiar with. It doesn't look like emerald.
What is this?
Moldavite.
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 Okay, yeah, we didn't have that down south. Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
What are the like the alchemical properties, magical properties? Is it just pretty? What's it used for?
Well, Moldavite, I don't really, alchemically speaking, you might be able to brew a potion of it. If you were to crush it down into dust and dilute it, you could probably, what's the word? You could tell he's starting to struggle with common, as it seems to be a bit of a longer conversation than he's used to.
It's okay. Take your time. Think of it as practice.
It would help you hide in the grass better, from what I've heard. I've tried it a couple of times myself. I haven't been able to quite get it to work just yet.
So stealth. Okay. Interesting. Okay.
This one though, and he grabs one of the yellowish orange one, like the sunstone. If you crush this down and you turn it into this, and he pulls out a vial, and you can see it's mostly this crushed sunstone into water that's been diluted into water, a little bit of a saline solution, so it's kind of extra shimmering, so it's almost like a smoothie. You want to see what this can do? You can lift the vial into the...
I'd love to.
Okay. Look at me and don't move.
Okay.
And he'll whip it past your head. So I'll give you a chance if you want to. If you've been thrown into the scenario.
I'm working on trusting people more. But there's
So you're just gonna let it go?
There's definitely a flinch in the face.
Okay. You hear the immediate shattering of glass against the wooden door on the other side, and the entire room just erupts like sunlight just immediately appeared within the space. And he immediately it just covers his own eyes and ducks behind the counter.
Okay, I could definitely see how that could be useful. If we learn that vampires are real. You know what? Actually, I could probably grab a couple. How much are those?
Sunstone unprocessed, we're looking at. And you can see he's just kind of like dancing his fingers right across the table, like trying to do math. 75 cold.
75. Okay. And do you happen to have a recipe for this? A sunlight, I don't know, tincture, potion, whatever you want to call it.
Sunbloom.
Sunbloom. Do you have a recipe for this? I have an alchemist as a friend. If I can get it in. Yeah.
I kind of made it myself.
You made it yourself?
Hmm?
Would you be willing to share that recipe?
Is your friend trustworthy?
Very.
Persuasion check.
So good at ease. I am today. No modifiers, 17.
If you come back tomorrow and you want to do the job, I can have the stone ready, and I can try and work on a recipe, because I kind of threw it all together, and then it just and you can see that his eyes are watering and they're a bit vacant. He might have blinded himself temporarily.
You know, that's more than fair. Inside Six is really struggling not to just steal the gems on the counter while he's blinded. You know what? We're gonna leave this to fate. Oh, what should I roll for a sort of, like... klepto check?
That's the thing. I would, because like he's. I feel, at least me as a DM, I would feel like this is oddly reminiscent of the mishaps that Six would witness Daisy and oh god, I'm blanking on his name, Ty get into. But they tend to be more contraptions, like inadvertently shooting each other in the butt with like a dart, or a rock being flung across the. So there's a little bit of pity there, I would say.
Yeah, there really is. That's kind of why I'm like, oh, it's the perfect moment to steal something, but this is such a pitiful creature.
Composure check?
Yeah, let's go. I would say this would be a straight 20 at advantage. The higher is, obviously you're more resistant to being klepto in the moment.
Is that an advantage?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Because there is a pity there, so like there's that less of a nerve.
The first roll was a nat 1. The second roll was an 18.
Okay. That would do it. You do kind of stay true to form. It's oddly nostalgic.
It's charming. It is certainly charming. I'll kind of like here. Let me. May I help you? Dab your eyes dry.
Please. And,
Sure.
he's kind of like clutching the sunstone. And you would notice that as he's kind of rubbing it, he's not putting the sunstone down, so it's just kind of like scratching into his face a little.
So I'll take a moment to get him cleaned up. Okay. Tell you what. Since you can't see very well right now, I'll pick out a couple of onyx. I'll weigh them, and then you let me know how much they cost. Deal?
I don't think we had any onyx available right now.
Okay.
Gemstones are very, very dangerous. At least that's what my mentor says. And
They can be.
he's kind of like blinking, like, yeah.
Okay, so I'll take a moment to count out 75. So that was just for the stone, right? The sunstone?
Yeah, sunstone. This will... He's kind of like moving it like in front of his face. Make 2 potions, so... Just kind of places it.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll kind of like cup the back of his hand and put the 75 in his hand, close his fist around it. All right, I've got the stone. Everything else is still on the table.
Okay.
I will see you tomorrow. And I'll be sure to bring my friends as well.
Okay. Hopefully I can see them. He's just kind of like scrunching up his face. Like...
Can I get your name? Can you type that out for me?
Name chat.
Yep. Got it.
I love Stumper.
Got it.
I love his stupid little face.
It's been a pleasure to meet you, Stump. I'll see you tomorrow. Get some rest.
Okay.
And
are you heading out?
Yep, I'm gonna head out the door and lock the door behind me with my thieves' tools.
Okay. As you can close the door, you kind of like peek through the keyhole because it's a fairly rustic old door, so it's a very skeleton key type keyhole, so you can't like peek through for a moment. You just hear ow as he bumps his head against something before going up the ladder.
Yeah, I just wait to hear that. The door locked, and I'll head back to the tavern. Just kind of shaking my head.
Okay. So we'll fast forward a little bit, Styx, as you've made your way back to the tavern. You rejoin your companions. Almost simultaneously, a raven briefly appears and speaks in a voice none of you are familiar with. Valedition's reuniting with me and some old friends. They'll be by in the morning when roosters crow.
Can I ask who this is?
Or
Do we know Cor?
Looks to Liz.
Thank you for letting us know, Core.
Core's BB's red.
Okay. Guess we're meeting them later.
From what they've told me, he's cool.
Okay. Alright. Fair enough.
We really need to ask BB more about themselves. You can tell that Iris has kind of had a little bit of alcohol, so she's a little bit on the tipsier side.
All right, Pringle.
Hmm.
I had rolled a 27 in investigation. Dirty.
All right. Just kind of keeping your eyes on. You would see there's a hooded individual that kind of casually is kind of glancing amongst the space too. They've briefly gone up to do a quick little bard performance, getting a couple lamb legs and a little bit of copper and some silver. Just kind of picks everything up and move across the space past all of you to the bar. That's about it. No one's doing too much. Now that the new people have arrived, it's died down in terms of interest in all of you.
So, do we have any plans yet? You two went adventuring, and the bird is off somewhere.
Well, I was going to go
Clearly,
take a
with Core.
bath.
Baths. Oh, now that you mention that sounds amazing.
Liz
Right?
makes a wrinkly
Yeah,
face.
honestly.
You need a bath too. She
It'll be
says
an-
that to Liz.
It'll be an actual tub this time. Like, we don't have to bathe you in the river again.
River's better.
Fair enough.
Liz is very dirty from playing outside. Well, at least trying to remember how to play.
And then the war on rats too.
Oh well,
Well, she got cleaned up after that.
yeah, no, she's been cleaned up since then. We've been out for several hours though, traveling to here, and then whatever happened while in the city as well. So she's a little grimy.
Yeah. I've been trying to corral you fuckers back to the tavern, but you keep going off to do shit.
Well, I mean, we're already here.
Yeah, we're here.
Yeah, it's also nighttime.
Correct.
But anyway, continue.
I agree with Six's plan. Let's all get a good bath, and then
Let the dog
probably head to bed for the night.
Okay.
Provided there's
It's nice.
provided there's no bar fights. Yeah.
6.
What?
No.
I don't start every bar fight.
Yes, but sometimes you like to make sure they get started, like that one time with the chair.
Oh, that was one time.
Mm-hmm. And besides, Iris is already wobbly.
No. Look, that guy had it coming. He was absolutely full of himself.
Yeah, he was an
Yes,
asshole.
I agree with that, but you
And
didn't.
you got your cool gloves out of it.
Yeah, exactly. And besides, that wasn't really even a fight. I just humbled the guy.
Also,
I do feel bad for
he
what I did to that
his
ranger,
buddies
though.
attacked us even when we didn't even join in.
Yeah, exactly. See, they started it, not me.
I
That's not
know,
bad
he
for
got
taking that guy's
sand in
tennis.
my... he's fine.
So yeah, see, even like your prime example there, I didn't start that fight.
Who's got the highest passive perception check?
Baby.
Baby.
Who's
BB's
not
not
here?
there.
Who's here with the highest perception check?
I
I
have
have 15.
6 has got the alert feat.
I have a 14. Yeah, that just means I can't be surprised though.
Wait a second, I'm getting it pulled up.
In this case,
I
it
have
would be
15.
surprise. I have a 13.
15.
I have a 16 passive perception.
Oh,
Oh, God.
So this.
16. Okay.
Liz and Six, I would say, notice something before anyone else.
All of you would hear. Well, not all of you, but Six and Liz, you would hear a voice from the bar, about 3-4 tables away from all of you. You can see a cloaked figure has put their hands on the shoulder of what looks to be a bit of a taller dwarven man. You hear him say, the lady told you to keep your hands off her. Oh yeah, just the dwarf just swings on him, taking a couple quick jabs. I need composure checks from everybody.
Oh, great.
That fucking number. I got a 6.
I rolled a 1.
Same. Twinsies.
Twin! I hate my dad. You're going to jail. I don't care if this is for the first time after that. Get in the box. Anyway. Nothing.
That's. Do I do disadvantage?
Yeah, if you think. Yeah, I would say so.
She's
yeah.
a bit tipsy, but she's still aware. But
Yeah, no. If you're drunk, you are under the poisoned condition, so you get disadvantage on skill checks. But this isn't really a skill check.
And she's tipsy, not drunk. Tipsy.
Tipsy's still drunk.
I know.
Yeah, I don't know. DM, that's on you, buddy.
Let's go straight.
all right, 15.
15.
Bullfrog.
It's not the sudden fight that takes place. It's how quickly it ends and how quickly everyone else in the bar shuts up. As this individual just takes a couple hits, stepping back, almost welcoming the attack before there's, the dimension door behind the dwarf wrap their arms around them, and the casters would see one of his hands does a little bit of somatic, kind of like a somatic motion. I've told you to calm down and keep your hands off her friend. And you watch as this dwarf begins to subside, and the individual shoves them to the ground and flips them over and stands up over them. And pulls down the dwarf's tunic, and across the neck, you all can roughly see the word unsavory has been carved into this individual's neck. Figures. Tormir, and you can see the Wilden individual step up, wrap branches around this dwarf, and actually pins him to the vines. Cool off. Before everything just slowly begins to build back up.
That was impressive.
Are you saying this to the hooded individual?
Just out loud, so like he probably heard it.
So, okay. You mentioned a tavern that you own, right?
Me, yes.
Yeah, what do you got for security?
A Minotaur?
Minotaur? Just the one?
I mean, generally, if you walk into a bar and you see a Minotaur handling the bar, you think twice.
Well, yeah.
And
but,
he's rather large.
Okay, so the structure that we've got for the Jackal's pub, so we've got 3 bouncers and what we refer to as the cooler. Do you know what that means?
Cooler?
Yeah. So the bouncers, most everybody knows what a bouncer is. Iris, do you know what a bouncer is?
Oh yeah, we had the kobolds work together to make one bouncer, but they keep people from breaking things.
Right, right. So the bouncers are typically the ones that will throw somebody out of the club, right?
Hmm.
The cooler is actually the head bouncer. Typically, he's the one that, just wants to talk to the guy or girl or pachyderm, whatever, and try to convince them, like, hey, this is not a good idea. And failing to do so, they'll try to get them away from the establishment, right? Prevent any sort of damages or anything like that. Where the bouncer, they're just gonna kick your ass and throw you out. The cooler steps in when the bouncer fails. I'm a
Yeah, the
bouncer.
de-escalator.
I'm a bouncer. That guy's a cooler.
It's still impressive.
Well, not
That's
an understanding.
that's exactly
He's
what I'm
pretty
saying.
cool.
That was really clean.
Liz pats Iris.
Well, Nature's not wrong.
But-
That is impressive.
Generally, I don't have to worry about it. I mean, most who fool around learn.
Hey, Barkeep.
Hmm.
A one for the gentleman on my tab, please.
Yeah.
How do you get to the unsavory?
Before Toromur responds, some club across town, and this is the hooded individual. Some club across the city, they get a little too handsy with their waiters. They tend to leave a mark. And as he kind of steps forward, he begins to unfasten the tie, the little bow that kind of holds this cloak in place, and it's a fairly meager, simplistic cloak. It's already beginning to fray, but it looks still kind of new. And as he unties it and turns and tosses it over to the side, Liz, I need a wisdom save from you.
Oh, yay. $13 total.
13 total. Yeah, he tosses the cloak onto the bar top, and what meets you all is not anything barbaric, aside from the ass whooping that he just received and quickly subsided. Is what seems to be some kind of a sports coat. Sleeves have been torn off. The left forearm is completely wrapped in what looks to be a black studded bracer. Simplistic black slacks. And dark brown, almost black traveling boots. On the back of the sports jacket, however, Liz, you recognize a dark purple rose as this individual turns around with long, deep orangish red hair, bruised face. I don't need a drink. I get paid enough here as it is.
Well, compliments.
Appreciate it.
Liz just kind of looks up and goes, "You're far from home."
You know him?
No,
How do you figure that?
you're from Zadaleth, right?
Yeah. Name's Hemo.
And
What part?
Get into Dark Rose Academy.
Yeah. Grew up in Wild Eden, was raised by my adoptive mother after my parents went into the Vale 20 or so years ago. How do you know that?
I'm a Falmore kid.
No, he's asking Liz how she knows this.
I'm letting him know. We're countrymen.
I'm from Advalor.
Advalor.
The neutral zone.
Zoner.
So your name's Hemo?
Yeah.
Liz just looks really a little confused as to like why she's remembering this, because the dreams are weird to her, right? I've seen you before, that's all.
Well, I'm curious, but I'm also pretty tired.
Well,
I'll be turning in soon if you want to fill me in on what how your friend knows me.
come sit with
I
us and share a
wouldn't
nightcap
know.
with me.
I'm sorry, what was that? You both kind of talked over each other.
Come sit with us and share a nightcap with me. I've got my own stuff.
I could do that. And you just let out a quick whistle. Leans over the bar and grabs a bottle, and just brandishes it to Tormir. I'll deduct it, and Hemo just walks off with the bottle, picking the seat out into the more gardened sunroom area where the dwarf is still just kind of suspended into the vines, knocked out.
So, take my cup, pull the miner's milk out of my bag. That stuff will probably knock you on your ass, but if it doesn't, you've got that bottle there. And I'll pour one for me and one for him.
And looks at a quick smile. Okay. Can't save 6.
Liz hasn't told anybody about her dreams.
Or she hadn't.
Definitely get to that in a sec, though. A 16.
16. Okay. As you slam it back and put the glass back down, you look at him, and while there's just the slightest wince in his face as he polishes it off, perfectly fine. Either he's very tolerant, or he's already drunk and didn't notice it.
Good, right?
It's pretty solid.
So, what brought you all the way here from Zadalith, Mr.
Leiden.
Lyden?
Call it a journey of discovery. And he just pops the top off the bottle and takes a swig.
That's completely fair.
Sis will kind of gesture to her own face, but the side where he's got the bruise on. You get into fights often, or what's going on there?
More than my fair share.
Can Ruby heal him?
Sure. Go for it.
Word. We'll go ahead and do a level 3 word.
Okay.
When's the last time you were back home?
No. Me and my friends landed in Oriakester about 5 months ago at that airstrip dock, and we all kind of had our own plans. And parted ways from there, but we decided we'd meet up again in about a year. A little less than that.
Airship dock.
7.
Okay.
How long was it since we were there?
You guys were in Oriakester about 2 months ago, so you missed this individual by about 3 months.
Okay, yeah, I'm just sort of like timing this out. Like, did he come in with Dinky? So, no, I didn't.
No, yeah, he came in earlier.
That's quite a long trip.
You hear anything from Valmore? I've kind of been I've kind of been locked up for a while, so kind of missing home, you know?
Under a
Well,
rock.
Yeah.
A big
in Valmore, not much to say. Bulk of the city survived that dragon attack a few years ago. And a couple months after that, just before 848, the Stout Rock Palace was destroyed.
Was destroyed.
It turned in. Yes. If you believe the stories, apparently the avatar of Terastro appeared.
The what?
Tarask.
Would Liz,
Giant.
would Liz know?
History check. History check, Liz.
Okay, so this
At
is
advantage.
At advantage,
huge.
okay.
This is huge news. 4-6, because she dipped out before. Like, she was gone before that. Like, well before that.
Yeah, you missed the dragon attack by about a month. 15 history. Liz, you would remember that.
Because I also
There
was the party that
Yeah.
that was going to fight them also interacted directly with me.
Yeah, you would remember that a group of adventurers from Zadalith came to ask aid of the Scale Guard. Did I have the name of the group? Nope. You would remember that a small fleet of airships was sent out, about 5 to 10, because the capital had been, the capital Valmore of the Diamond Empire had been, had fallen victim to a coup at the behest of a cult that was looking to bring something they refer to as the Realm Eater. The fleet was dispatched out. The fight was victorious despite losses to the adventuring party and hundreds of civilians. But most of the people were evacuated out just before the fight. The fleet itself had messaged over in about 851 that they were going to be staying on the eastern side of the Diamond Empire, where what was called the Veil had been dispersed for around the same time period as the fight, and nothing was heard back from them since.
Liz relays some of this information just kind of in the best way that she can, as being a freaking child. Hang on, stretch. Liz, oh yeah. I remember there was a lot going on then. There was a cult that kind of took over Valmore for a minute.
6 is pale.
Can we go back
Most-
to the big thing? Like,
Oh, the Tarask? Well, that was the... Wasn't... Would Lizard be able to put together that was the World Eater, or the Realm Eater?
Or the dragon?
It would be more or less that, yeah, the Tarask was, at least as it's been told, was the Realm Eaters. There were supposedly rumors that the avatar of Tarastro had grown substantially in power, but it was just dismissed as nothing more than a Tarask. At least as it got back to here.
Yeah, so they summoned a Tarask, and also... Yeah, a dragon also attacked the city.
Do we know anything about that particular adventuring party that fought it?
3 died.
They were interesting. I met him.
3 died?
Yeah.
you met
You
them?
met them?
Yeah, back home.
Jinx.
Oh, okay, what did they look like?
It was before my time. I was still in Wild Eden.
Liz... So... Liz looks a little bit, like, embarrassed. I really only remember the goblin. And there was... Would Mira have been an elven lady for Liz? Or was she dragonborn?
Mira
Well-
would have been in her elf form. Yeah.
Okay. There's an elf with, like, weird purple eyes. But I was a little preoccupied with getting my sword.
Okay.
I was...
Um,
I just earned my knighthood sword.
Can you... You mentioned a goblin, right? And elf lady with purple eyes. Can you describe the goblin?
Busty.
But
Busty. Busty.
And mind you, for Hemo, this is coming from a fucking 3-year-old child.
He doesn't realize that Liz is actually an adult. A goblin visited my dad with her party. Like, from what it sounds like, a month before the dragons attacked.
We're normal. I swear. To some extent.
I was just a kid at the time, but like,
Hemo's got like the bottle like partially back, like he was mid sip and just watched you all just completely change the discussion. And he's just sitting there, just casually just slurping, and then
listening.
How,
No.
right.
Sorry, it's just a lot to, that was my home for a while, and I'm worried.
Yeah. Well, you don't have to worry too much. While there were casualties, the story goes that what are they called? The Chaos Crew had worked with the Undercity to evacuate Valmore and the Undercity itself. Most of the casualties, while a fair amount were civilians, it was far less than what it would have been.
Is the Undercity still there?
Yeah.
Okay. Good. For them.
Then my friends and I, the airship landed under the water and came into the dock before we took off, but we had made our way out of Valmore. It's rebuilding. The Stout Rock Palace grounds have become a memorial. The Arcanum Library, apparently that was some kind of, at least as the story goes, it was just, it had already been enchanted, like it was purposely placed there and was destroyed. But they're rebuilding it. It's not from Arcanite anymore.
Arcanite?
Yeah, it's a rare gemstone exclusive to Zadalith.
I'll have to get my hands on one day.
You okay, Six?
You don't want to get your hands on any. If you can help it. Probably.
Noted.
Ask about that later. Got it.
Was just waiting
Anyone?
for, just kind of waiting because she knows that Hemo's going to be asking questions.
So, you know I went to Darko's Academy. He kind of hand wrapped around the bottle, pointed to you. Liz.
Mhm.
How?
Well, I didn't see you there, but I know the symbol on your shirt.
Fair.
But this is gonna sound weird. You've been in my dreams a little bit.
Cute.
I'm married.
I know.
That's concerning.
It's
Trust me, it's a long story.
He kind of bites his thumbnail a little bit. He's as you could tell, despite the slightly destroyed, jacket and what clearly was a trudge through the jungle, he's still a little bit of an upkeep to him.
He wasn't
Okay.
always.
She's
tiny?
an adult. She's an adult.
It's weird.
Who
Was
yeah,
cursed.
was somehow got
It
to be a
too-
child.
Too much.
Right. Okay. Well.
Went in a hole, came out with a kid.
No, haven't done that yet. Anyway.
Anyway. So I was in your dreams.
Yeah, but you weren't the focus. You were just kind of on the sidelines. There was. Could you say that Tabby looks like her mother?
Not necessarily as an adult. Tabby's slimmer and more fit, and distinctly different color hair.
So,
yeah.
Liz, unable to tell humanoids apart, will not see the relation. Got it.
Oh, well, I mean,
Yeah.
Tabby's not a humanoid.
Goblinoids and humanoids, and has a humanoid dad.
It all blends together from that height.
It's just that most of what Tabby got from our mom is just the fact that she's a goblin.
Yeah.
Everything else
Liz-
is all her dad.
Liz also already struggles with telling people apart if they're not differently colored.
Mhm.
Which is why she likes all of you, because you're all different colors. Anyway.
Slightly racist, but endearing. I'll allow it.
Anyway. Liz just goes, you're kind of in the background. There's this goblin half-orc, right? Ravgor's a half-orc?
Ravgor is full orc. Toby's the half
Full
orc.
orc. Toby's the half-orc.
Toby's the dad.
There's a goblin who's very upset with me. And I think someone older man related to her. Like, she calls him endearing name that I'm forgetting because it's weird dream stuff. But
At the mention of a goblin, the finger that had been pointed to you coils back around the bottle, and the hand tightens.
she got real hurt.
Yeah, she did.
I don't know what happened, but I tried to comfort her in the dream, and it didn't go so well.
Right.
Kind of.
I'm guessing this goblin was a friend of yours?
Yeah. I knew her. We only spent one full day together during our exams, but I don't think she remembers. But I remember seeing her in the back of the auditorium while I was rehearsing for the plays I would participate in at the time. She was shy, but oddly comforting. And it took a little time, but she had a good sense of humor that would come up. And he takes a deep swig of the bottle.
Sound very fond of her.
And well, half-elf, raised by a dwarf, in an unknown city. I had my friends at the frat house, I had my friends on the stage, but I don't know, something about that day. It all just kind of clicked.
That sounds familiar.
Yeah, it does.
Weirdly.
What was her name?
Kind of looks to Liz. Tabby. Kind of like the cat.
That's cute.
Makes sense. She crawled up along the fence like a cat.
Yeah, she had a quirky habit of. She was incredibly gifted. She can figure out the means of a spell just by sniffing it. And just added to that little feline aesthetic of hers. Just the behavior.
Maybe that's a
But
trick you
that's-
can learn, Iris.
Liz stretches. I think I'm gonna head up to bed though.
Yeah, I appreciate the trip down memory lane, but I think I am too.
As well.
You as
Thanks.
well.
It's nice meeting you.
Thanks for letting me know that my hem's okay.
Of course. He steps up, smiles, sees you. Tormur, taking this for the road. And just walks out of the bar with bottle in hand.
Bath time?
Bath time. You have dreams?
Liz freezes. She was attempting to run away from this conversation.
Yeah, no, you're explaining that in the bath, I hope you know.
Liz is just kind of looking a little not guilty, but just awkward.
You have dreams of real events. That's oh, what do they call it?
Prophecies?
Vision.
Iris, help me out here.
Divination?
Like when you see shit that did happen or might happen.
Prophetic?
Sure.
I just said
Divination,
visions.
seers, fortune
Prophetic-
tellers.
prophetic visions, or I don't know. It's fucking magic shit.
Fucking magic.
Is it your
shit.
god?
I think so. Liz is just kind of like. She looks. It's very obvious she doesn't want to talk about this.
Let's move somewhere more private before we continue. Given where we are.
We can do that. But tell you what, we'll trade. You tell me about yours, I'll tell you about mine. Mine are fucking weird, dude.
You also get dreams?
Oh yeah. But well,
Huh.
let's
I
go
just
to
hear
the-
everybody else's.
Let's go to the bath. Will,
Yeah.
obviously you're more than welcome to join us. At least I don't mind.
You know what? Fuck it. Might as well get used to it, right?
Fucking fine.
Finally,
What
he
happened
stops
last
being
time?
chicken.
Right? Don't be such a prude. Come on, they're just tits. Let's go.
I mean, it's more than that, but sure.
With me, it's not.
I think being Iris and Six are more the problem.
Yeah, whatever. Let's move. And she just gets up to
Yeah, I'm
go
coming.
upstairs.
Liz trudges after them, knowing that she's not escaping this because they will drag her.
Yep.
Ready.
So,
Liz-
I don't want to make this
Yeah,
a red, but
Yeah.
do you want to, like, share a tub, or do you want to have your own?
Can I have my own, please?
Yeah.
She really just wants a way to like turn her back on everybody when she needs to.
Yeah, fair enough. The upper floor where your rooms are, the northern side, directly underneath the cliff, that actually kind of opens up and is actually devoid of vines, does have about 8 baths. So it's still got the vines to like protect the onlookers, but it's almost open ceiling.
We all get a bath.
Yeah, that's all fine. Alright, so, yeah, we'll get ourselves a couple of tubs or so. We'll get Liz a bucket. Be a good time.
Liz is the size of an adult kobold.
Yeah, a bucket. I know what I said.
Anyhow, Liz explains some things. She doesn't tell them everything, but she explains that she sometimes has dreams about Tavi's life.
And
Weird.
as promised, I'll share that I have dreams of memories of people and places and time periods I wasn't there for.
Liz does
You know,
not
I'm
tell
so glad I'm
them
not you
why.
two.
Liz does not tell them the answer she got for the why, though.
I am so glad
There's-
I am not you two.
God talks to you, though.
Frequently, yes. He's probably even watching now. Weirdly enough.
Wait. He's a god?
I can do holy things, so
I thought that was just.
An imaginary friend.
no, he. Okay, I get my magic from like worshiping him, like, and I wear a symbol and everything. So like, cleric.
Gonna dips down under the water.
Yeah, no, I mean, I guess I kind of get why it works. I don't really get how it works. But
I didn't think I was gonna have magic after I rescinded my oath.
so you get yours from an oath.
Not anymore.
So how do you get yours?
I'm not quite sure. It's
Sorry.
it's weird. It's hard to explain. Because I don't understand half of it either.
I mean, you worship her, right?
Mostly.
Probably the same as mine, I think. You can just go with that until you learn.
No, I know what I am. I just don't know how it works.
I don't worship anybody, but I'm still seeing, like, I don't know. There's like this, I guess, pink lady that kind of glows and knows things. But I
Has
don't
she
know.
told you a name?
In character, I look like I'm trying to remember. Out of character, I don't remember.
I don't remember if she explicitly said her name.
She did not introduce herself.
Yeah, it was a 8-year-old made of all pink topaz.
Well, that's how I'll describe them. It's just like this kid that looks like they were made out of pink gemstone.
That sounds like
Question.
a vessel.
Hold on. Too many people talking at once.
I know.
You say your thing first, Liz.
Liz just says that sounds like a vessel.
What's a vessel?
They're the reincarnations of the gems.
Gems are people?
Hopar?
Like, there's multiple dragons in the Advalorian religion, and they're all based off gems. They're gem dragons.
Gems are based off of them.
There you go.
Your buddies
too
were
worried.
named after them. Well, nicknamed after them.
Okay, so now I'm actually listening to the Ad Valorans here, which is literally everybody but me.
The Ad Valorans is literally just Liz and Ruby.
I only know about the religion.
That's fair. So, you said it sounds like a vessel. Which one's like a pink kid?
That would be the Topaz Dragon.
Okay, so what? I'm getting like dragon radio in my head now.
I guess. What was the name of that dragon, Liz, if you remember?
Topar.
Hopar.
The charm.
Oh. Okay, so. Yeah.
Liz kind of
You're
shrugs.
involved with pink.
That was the name Siobhan used, and she was undercover.
And the first
as
magistrate we
such.
met was the pink magistrate.
Pink Topaz, yes.
Yeah, Pinky.
His patron in the court is the Topaz Dragon. That's why he's foreign relations, charm, charisma.
I gathered that much. I've heard about him.
So why am? First off,
Liz,
why would Topar want to be talking to me? And secondly, is that why I'm so likable?
I don't. So the vessels aren't actually the dragons; they're just the reincarnations of them and wield their power.
Okay.
John, I'm going to DM you a question because I feel
Also-
like Ruby would remember.
Liz remembering that the church doesn't want people to know about the vessels. Also, maybe don't mention this to any church officials.
Ooh, secrets.
All right, fair. I won't do that. I also had another dream. I was looking through the eyes of someone else. And it was oh god, it felt like centuries ago. The armor was really old. The landscape was different. There was, I want to say, a couple of dragonborns. It's shit's really hazy. You know, dreams being what they are.
Mhm. John, I have demon my question.
Yeah, I see.
I don't know.
Continue, yes.
It's head hurty stuff, which is why I haven't wanted to talk about it.
Yeah, and it really is. It felt really
Welcome back.
real, and it's kind of been recurring nightmares recently. So if you've heard me screaming less, that's probably why.
That's fair.
I will add to this. I'm just running a theory real quick.
At this moment, Iris gets up, kind of silently, and just wraps herself in a towel and goes back to her room.
Are you good?
No answer.
I think that's a no. After the door closes.
Alright, we can talk about this later or something. I don't know.
Liz is using what's practically a toothbrush to get under her scales at this point. She's like trying to check out of the conversation.
Let me know if you need your help with your back.
Well, this
Yeah.
was a very interesting conversation.
Do you not get dreams about your buddy?
No. But he did say that he only showed up because I've been making myself remember the past.
So he's like a trauma demon thing?
I mean, he did say that he would be viewed as a demon, but isn't really that much of a demon.
While Will and Ruby are kind of chit-chatting, she's just gonna prop a leg up on the side of the tub and use her combat knife to shave her legs. Not, you know.
Liz kind of looks and goes, yeah, that's one thing I'm glad I never had to do.
It's really annoying. I need to get waxed again some point.
I don't mind it. It's kind of a fun little ritual. But trying to do this in a tub.
I'd offer to help, but I feel like that's a little too intimate from you and I.
If
She's
that's-
joking.
That's too intimate.
I mean, if you want me to.
Honestly,
Okay, so-
it's a bit more of a trust thing, if you ask me. And at that point, Will gets out of the tub and he turns around to not show anything before drying
Yeah,
off
I'm-
and leaving.
I'm going to fast forward this because it's now gone from actually into character conversation to bikini waxes. As you all,
Actual
as you all,
end of the conversation.
as you all turn in for the night, I do got one last thing to cover. Liz, wisdom save, disadvantage, please.
Oh, good.
Oh, that would have been nice. A 17 and a 3, so that's a total of 9.
17 and a 3. Okie dokie. Rather than being dragged directly in, however, this time, you find yourself in the familiar open space, deep black sky with specks of light, the slight pond rippling beneath your feet. You see the large green sun and the 8 orbiting planets of gemstone. Purple is directly in front of you, Amethyst. Where do you go from here?
How directly in front of me?
It's like in a straight line. You would reach it first, because the
But
8
it's
are
not
kind
like
of...
it's not like in touching distance.
No, about
right.
Eyeballing maybe 50 feet.
Oh, well, I start walking towards the amethyst because that's where we've been recently.
Okay. Do you go in and touch it? Go up and touch it?
I kind of just stand in front of it for a moment, probably seeing my reflection in it for a second.
Mm-hmm.
And I just kind of tell the amethyst planet that I do want to help, but I don't know what I'm doing, and then I touch it.
As you reach out and touch the hand to the surface, the silhouette of that man appears, burning royal purple draconic irises. And you've heard this man speak, but the voice that echoes out isn't his, it isn't yours, it isn't Azuth's. It's masculine, deep, raspy. Be her spark. And just, you get sucked into the planet. After spiraling down, you find yourself in a familiar tinkerer's shop. It's early in the morning, bit of a sunrise. Birds are beginning to stir from outside. The creation that this goblin had been working on, Tabby, as you now know her, it's not there. It seems to be before. And you hear someone shout from across the yard, "Hurry, you're going to be late for your first day!" And you almost immediately hear a thud coming from the other room. And almost quickly scurrying, the grabbing of clothes, shuffling. And Tabby darts out, long, dark brown hair. No, sorry, lighter brown hair. And zips past you and out the door. Where do you go from here?
How old is she? Is it like adult Tabby, where she'd be going to college, and I know this?
This would be, given the mention of first day, this is probably, I'm trying to parse things together, would be math. About six and a half, roughly the equivalent age of 16.
Okay, so she's high school. Got it.
First day of college. Yeah, but high school age, yeah. Because remember, she was
Liz,
gifted and enrolled early.
Yeah, Liz pokes around a little bit in the like what she's been working on.
Right.
But then heads towards the academy afterwards.
Right.
Investigation.
All right. Yeah, if you want to take one real quick.
Yeah. How does a dirty 20 for a total of 21, I believe, sound? Or actually, no, not total 21. It's a 20, natural 20. My brain's not working, for a total of 21.
Okay. Really quickly, as you give chase, there's a quick headline amongst the scattering of newspaper clippings and blueprints that catches your eye. The brain. This newspaper clipping, this flyer, seems to be, it's titled Wild Times. And there's a hand-drawn picture of Tabby, smiling, happy. And the title of the article is A Rising Star Begins to Burn Bright. In a quick glance, you can tell that it's something about her starting her first day at college. Go ahead and give me a dex check as you start pursuing.
So good at those. That is a 6.
Oof.
For a total of 7.
7. As you dart out the, clean through the roll-up door of this garage shop, you see that she's already making her way down the street. So you kind of cut at the angle to catch back up. And much like before, erratic, all over the place, excited, she snags an apple off of a familiar cart. You hear the man pulling the cart of, "Have fun and just enjoy yourself." But as she rounds the corner and gets to the main strip, let me actually pull up the map again. To the familiar intersection, right about here. You hear, you watch as she rounds the corner to a little bit of a kick of dust, you just poof, ow, and scattering into the ground.
All of her stuff.
All of her stuff. But what you notice is the man, or the teenaged half-elf that she's bumped into. Very confident. He's wearing the school uniform. Dark black hair that's kind of swept off to the side. And she kind of stumbles to it, kind of gets back up to her feet. I'm sorry. And he smiles. You're Tabby, aren't you? Yeah. And he kind of chuckles at, I've been meaning to ask. A couple months back ago, you kind of kicked this through our window. I'm Doros. And you're expecting him to give back the hacky sack. But what he hands her is what appears to be a hacky sack-sized stone that has all the odd texturings of a hacky sack. She kind of grabs it and kind of stuffs it into her little side bag that she has thrown over her shoulder. I'm sorry. I got a little emotional that day. My brothers were kind of picking on me. And you can see a little bit of red appearing in the ears. My parents told me I gotta control my emotions a little better. And you can see the smile fades slightly. But as the two begin walking down the street, are you okay? You look a little nervous. I thought you would be ready. I was supposed to be the one to bring you to the school, and thought you were going to oversleep and then have to come here without you. It's like, no, yeah, I was up late last night. I'm sorry. She's growing increasingly nervous.
While they're talking, can I be like trying to shove stuff together to make it easier for her to collect? Like, I know I'm invisible, but can I help?
Go ahead and give me, I guess this would be sleight of hand. Yeah.
Oh yeah, more dex. Perfect. For a 19 on the die, so a dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Unfortunately, much like the art of the small half-sized guitar lute that she had thrown in one of the other visions. The items do pass through your hand,
I know.
so you aren't able to help her.
I was trying.
But she kind of steadies herself, gets up. You see her just kind of scrunch her nose a little bit. Come on, I didn't grab breakfast, and just kind of takes his hand, realizes, and it releases. There's some bread, and you can see a stall of freshly baked bread with a little bit of honey and a little bit of sugar that's kind of been chiseled on top, and she quickly pays for a loaf for him and for herself as they start making their way to the college. Following them along, as they get closer to the steps, what do you do?
I just listen and follow.
Okay. It's general conversation of nerves of the first day. Her apologizing almost profusely at the shattered window incident. And you realize this Doros individual, they seem to click despite the vast differences between the two. As he kind of leads her up the steps, give me a quick perception check.
$15.
15. As you follow her up the steps, you go through the main front hallway that opens up into the inner courtyard. You see the fountain in the center, the large purple rose adorning the clock tower in the back, the airship dock just behind that. As you're walking past, kind of sitting crisscrossed, knees up, nose buried in a book, seems to be a familiar elven woman. Just as you, Tabby, and Doros pass her. Just off to the left, seemingly what kind of sounds more hiss-heavy beastkin, Torshaven. You see two humans talking with a dark-haired human teen. Hair is tied back into a ponytail. As they kind of look over the space, they look almost lost, and you can see a slight snake-like flick in their eyes, like a second set of eyelids. Most boisterous, however, just to the northeast in the back right corner, you can see the familiar half-elf teen with orangish red hair, roughhousing with a couple other kids, a couple other classmates. They seem to be openly mocking, not necessarily like picking on or bullying, just over the top, grandiose, like play performances. Like they're just completely not taking it seriously.
Right.
And as Tabby and Doros continue past the fountain, you feel static crawl across your body. And a dense crash of thunder. And the scream. A familiar scene plays before you. There's another flash. And you're somewhere else within the city. And it's daytime. Where do you go from here?
I don't know the city very well, so I just kind of start. I pick a direction and walk.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a quick perception check.
Dirty 21. No, dirty 23. That's a 15. 15 plus 6.
15 plus 6.
No,
Okay.
No, it's 21. I had it right first time. I'm stupid.
21. Okay. Quickly looking around, you do see the college is to the west of you. You're now near some kind of you're near the eastern gates. Looking down, standing about this intersection, looking southward, there's a large crowd that's gathered.
I push through the crowd. It's not like I have to worry about it. I just walk through them.
Yeah. As you walk through the crowd, you push, wisping your way through. You hear Himo's voice. Oh, come on, this is like bullshit. This isn't necessary. And you kind of push past. You can see Himo. You can see the snake-eyed human and the elven woman. They look worried as being pushed towards the eastern building, towards this one. You catch a glimpse of Tabby in a wheelchair, hands shackled to the armrests, being guarded by individuals that at face value don't seem like much. They're fit. Have simplistic clothing, maybe just small smidges of leather padding in places. They seem to be monks, at least near as you can tell. On their backs is a hand clenched into a fist and a gavel vertically upright.
Do I recognize what that symbol is?
Give me a history check.
My dice like me tonight. 19 for a dirty 20.
19 for a dirty 20. It's a mix. You recognize it as the emblem of the judge's hand. It's an independent agency to the Diamond Empire. Comparisons within your own church, and from the people of Eartruth, the people of Eartruth at least talk amongst themselves as the judge's hand is what the Scale Guard should be, but because of the religious influence, obviously Scale Guard is much more strict, but there's still a very decisive, by the law, testimonies, research, investigations that take place months, that could take place months or years. And as Tabby's pushed into these barracks, what do you do from here?
I follow.
Okay. As you make your way up the steps, or up the ramp, into the building. You can see that the city guard of the dark blue tabards, different assortment of armors, are almost giving these people a wide berth, getting up against the wall, acting as extra security. You can hear a bit arguing coming from down the hall to the north as Tabby's pushed south.
I want to go listen to the arguing.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a perception check.
18.
18. As you kind of get up to the approach, you hear the voice of what you can gather is likely the vessel, or at least was the vessel, of Amatherian. Damn it, Nick. You and I have both been over the supposed crime scene. It was an accident. I'm sorry. This is out of my hands. This is coming directly from the council. I know what you all did. And you can gather this Nick individual is talking to others. But it's up to the judge's hand now. And you can hear what sounds like a heavy weapon hitting a table. And then the room just goes quiet.
Can I just walk through the door, or am I barred?
As you peek your head through the door, reality gives way to the plain that you had seen with the dark orange skies and large boulders of light blue rock.
I pop back in and go towards Tabby.
As you make your way closer, you can see the judge's hands. The two sentries are now posted up against what appears to be a cell door. And as you get closer, you start hearing words echoing from the memories that you'd seen prior. No, it's not fair. This is bullshit. How long has it been? Make sure you have a good first day. And you hear words that you didn't hear of. And it sounds like it came from the vessel. Whatever you do, just remember to smile. Smiles can tear down words. They can make strong people feel weak because it shows that you can't affect them. And it shows that they can't affect you. And you get closer. Yeah. As you get closer, you hear that same deep, raspy voice. Earn your name, little orc. And it repeats. Louder. And louder. As you look through the cell, you see tears running down her face. Her hands are gripping the armrest. The smile is completely gone. She is angry, hurt, betrayed as she's staring directly at you. A purple electric energy sparking across her eyes. Earn your name. And you're shunted from the space. You are violently awoken to the sounds of a rooster cawing in your ear as Bird Buddy has returned. And as you look around, you realize your body aches as you have gone through a massive growth spurt and would be the equivalent age of 19.
Was I
And that's what
woken
we're
by
going to call
this
it.
crowing as well? Okay.
Yeah, everyone would have been awoken by the rooster cawing, but yeah, we're going to wrap it there.
Oh, gangly Team Liz. Not as gangly, because you said equivalent age of 19, so
Yeah, we'll cover what you look like next session.
okay.
Start playing Green Day, everybody.
Wake me up.
MCR, let's go.
Teenagers.
So long and good nights, everyone.
All right, baby, go ahead and wrap it.
Alrighty. Give me just a second here. Trying to find a raid target. Ooh, I know exactly who I can read off to. Let's go say hi to
Target
Ren.
acquired.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, no, that's not the button I wanted to press. So I'll be
Pushing
pushing
all the
that
buttons.
later. Yeah. Alright, guys, stick around. We are going to go right off to my buddy Otaka Ren. He is currently playing Phasmophobia. I haven't seen him stream in a while. But yeah, be sure to give him a follow and show your support. He's actually a really awesome dude. So yeah, I will see you guys tomorrow for Waifu Wednesday. Most likely.
Bye, guys. Love you.
It all depends on whether or not, Wifey is feeling up for it. She's been kind of feeling icky lately. So, in any case, we're reading off to Rin right now, and yeah, be sure to show some love. I'll see you guys
Take care,
later.
everyone.
Bye-bye.
Have a wonderful night.
Bye.